The Nigerian stock market again is on another bullish run. So, but how far will this bullish run last? So, how long is it going to last, and how far can this bullish run go? All right, this is Market Formula, and all I do on this channel is to help you by providing technical analysis support that is needed for you to make the best out of the Nigerian stock market. So in this video, I'll just be looking at what the market is doing generally, because the month of September is going to close this week. So it's good. There's going to be two confluences. We are going to have the month of September closed, meaning the monthly chart will close. Then we also have this week close again. So on Sunday, please, you have to be in this coming webinar. That's where I look at the outlook. I'll just check, okay, what is happening in the market and what do we expect for the following month. So every first Sunday of the month, we have our monthly webinar where we look at what is happening and see how we can position for the new month. So if you are yet to be a member of my community, I'll be leaving the description. I'll be leaving the link in the description where you can join this community, and let's build wealth together through the Nigerian stock market. Okay, so I'm looking at the hot share index of the Nigerian stock market now. Let's go to the weekly chart and see what happened last week. So last week is strong bull, and is already getting so close to the upper bound of the Bollinger Band. So let's actually measure what is happening at this junction, because I need to know, is this market still going higher? I know a lot of people that they are not yet in the market, and what they hear in the news, what they hear on social media is that, oh, the market is now bullish, and they quickly want to join, they quickly want to run in. All right, before you do that, I would like you to also watch my own view of the market and make your own investment decision, a wiser investment decision for that matter. Okay, thank God the market is already opened while I'm doing this video, so we'll see the live market, we'll see how price will be changing. The whole share index is still at the previous high, so market has not really decided whether it wants to go higher or if it wants to retrace. So if it's going higher, how far can it go? Let's find out in this video. So I'll just be plotting my swing points, because price actually move around swing points. You know, there's support, there's resistance. When we have a resistance tend to push price down. When we have a support tends to push price up. So this is my most important candle in this swing, because every time we have a swing, price move in swing. So before price does not go on a straight line. So if it goes up, it will pull back, it will go up, it will pull back. So that's how price used to move. And when this happen, we actually say this is an uptrend. But it's not every time that market is in an uptrend. There are times when market is in a downtrend. Like take for instance around 2018. So what the market did was to keep having lower low. You see, market keeps having lower low, and in that case we say the market is downtrending. All right, let's go back to where we are in price. So let me now mark my swing points, because we have a swing point, value swing point here, value swing point here. So when we have a value swing point up, value swing points down, and the predominant direction was up, because this market moved from here around 100,000 basis points and got to somewhere around here. So since then there was a minor pullback, and there's a continuation now, and this continuation is actually a breakout. For you to break out of this range, because this is actually a range, this is bounce here, and it broke here. So what is most likely going to happen here? In technical analysis, we call this a bullish flag. If you look at it very well, you will see that this thing looks more like a flag. It looks like a flag, and it's a bullish flag because the direction was actually up before it started ranging. So this is more like a flag. Let me draw it well. You see that is a flag. So we call this a bull's flag. So after this bull's flag, what do we expect? The first target for the bull's flag is going to be the flag itself, because this is the pole and this is the flag. So market is supposed to do this flag. So let's see whether last week the market was able to do that flag. You can see that currently the market has already done that flag. It has hit that resistance for that flag. But when there is a break of that flag, what markets usually do is to repeat the pole. It's like it's doing inverse of what has happened. Before, the flag was like this, and we have a pole like this. So what the market will do is, the first time is going to do this same flag, the flag itself. It will repeat the flag up. So if the market is still going higher after that flag, it will now repeat the pole. Then when that happens, it has completed the pattern. But it's not 100%. Some of the time, the market doesn't complete that pole. It will find the resistance maybe around the midpoint of the pole or anywhere, because it depends on the market condition. This market condition is bullish and this market condition is overbought. And when price is overbought, it means that it wants to correct. For price to keep pushing higher, it needs to correct. So we are actually waiting for correction. But while we are waiting for correction, it doesn't mean that we cannot still make good returns in the Nigerian stock market. So what are we going to be doing here now? So let me remove this my flag and the pole, and let's now look at what is most likely to close the month, because the month has to close this week, and what is going to happen this weekly chart. So my most important bullish candle in this new push up, because this is now a new push up. From this, we broke this resistance to hit here. We don't know what price wants to do, whether it wants to keep going up. But if it keeps going up, remember we have the upper channel of the Bollinger Band here, which it has to struggle to break. It doesn't mean it cannot break it, but it has to keep pushing it. So it needs enough strength, it needs enough force to keep pushing that upper band of the Bollinger Band higher. So that's one. Then another thing is that, remember the last resistance, price most likely may come back for a retest of that resistance before it will keep going up. So we now have a break, pullback, and a continuation. But let's see what the most important candle is. This is the most important candle. Before there's going to be a swing up here, there's no swing yet. We need a candle that will close below this my flag here, what I have here. So until I see a weekly chart or a weekly candle close below here, this market is not ready to pull back. So what do? We continue to ride it. We continue to ride it. So let's look at what momentum is doing. Is in an overbought, but price can keep going higher even in an overbought condition. Price can keep going higher. How does price go higher? Price will go higher when the buyers are willing to pay more. They are still willing to pay more for that particular instrument or that particular stock you are considering. If the buyers are willing to pay more, how does price go down? Price will go down when the buyers are no longer willing to pay more. Then the sellers will now start compromising, they start reducing their price. Then that means the price will continue to go down. So that is what we are actually waiting for. Let's see how this week close. From what I'm seeing, this momentum is strong. I'm not too sure that this is going to happen this week. I'm not too sure, because monthly chart will give us clarity. You see what's happening on the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, we are behind the Bollinger Band, telling you that it's overstretched. Market is in an overbought condition. But market will not reverse until the sellers are ready or are able to take out the most important candle, which is in this case is this candle. All right, so that is what I'm saying. And the momentum is still intact. What is the momentum doing? Let's look at the awesome oscillator, something like this, relaxed, something like this, relaxed, push so high, relaxed, even with a divergence here, but the divergence failed. And now the momentum is up again. So what is the momentum doing? The momentum is climbing higher. What is price doing? Price is strong, but it's in the overbought region. Is there any stock that we should look at today? I would have loved for the monthly to close. So this week is actually a week for you to take profit in any stock that you're actually in. If you had bought them for trading, just take partial profit because we are entering into another month and another month with fresh opportunities. So don't miss this coming webinar on Sunday. This Sunday will be, let me check the date. I think that should be second. All right, so on the second by 6 p.m., we will be having this class. So if you want to join, the link will be in the description and also in the comment section where you can use to join my community. Let's see if I can spot any stock that we can look at for opportunity this week. Let me see the one I can choose. Can we just look at Orlando and see what the possibilities will be this week? So for my Orlando, if I look at Orlando on the monthly chart, what is actually happening is that market has lost its momentum. It has lost its momentum. We have a value swing up. We have a value swing low. So let me show you where my swings are. What are the value swing here? We have a value swing at this price, and we also have a value swing at this low, this low. So looking at it again, you can see that this is a bull's flag. We started from here and we have something like this. So this is also another bull's flag. So if you are considering buying Orlando, if you see Orlando at 32 naira or thereabout, let's say price is able to get there, that's fantastic. You can take it because that will be the value swing low here. And until the market is able to break this value swing low, we are not going lower. So for us, as traders, we want to buy low and sell high, or buy high and sell higher. When you are buying low and sell high, we call that retracement trading. And when you are buying high to sell higher, that's a momentum trading. But I always recommend that take the you take retracement in the market because that is the one that is safer for me. Momentum, at times when it beats momentum, it loses the momentum again and you are trapped. We don't want to buy at the mountain. We want to buy in the valley. So, and right now, the Ohando stock is where in the valley. So that will be all for this video. So if you are considering buying Ohando, I will just advise that you do your due diligence because what I'm sharing here is just for educational purpose. And before you invest your hard-earned money, make sure to consult financial advisor for a proper guidance. Until next week when we meet again on this channel, I'm signing up now from here. Thank you.